my husband, we were typical suburban family, had it all, good wages. He had a massive heart attack. It was a Friday night, late in the evening. Mind you, I was a stay-at-home mom. I was active in the schools, volunteered 4 hours every week, 4 hours plus for the middle school and the high school. My stepson lived with us. He had his heart surgery on Monday. They went in and put a stent. He got released on Tuesday from the hospital. He was back to work on Thursday for light duty. He still sold the jobs, everything. The following Wednesday, he helped one of his technicians diagnose a car. He went to back out from underneath the car. His neck came in contact with the lift arm. So he had a severe neck injury. If he would have been an inch, if it would have been an inch higher, it would have hit the skull, which could have endured more impact. Or an inch lower, he would have been at the clavicle, which can withstand even more impact. So we got him into medical attention. He was laid up with that. It was a week later, he was terminated. So we went from making 6 figures to 0 in the matter of not even 15 days from his heart attack, because Indiana is an at-will state. So with that, we have sure learned a lot about the integrity of people. Along with that, he had health insurance taken out of his check every single week. And mind you, I was 6 months pregnant. So I'm like, okay, and there were times he'd look at me, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do this. I don't know how in the world we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. So I would reach out to friends, people I volunteered with, hey, do you know anything I can do? They would help steer me, direct me into all this. So unemployment did help when he went on it. It was just that he was on disability because of the injuries and everything.
Right. And that's a way slower process.
It's a very slow process. Even to get signed up and to get that activated is very slow. He was unable to work for years, and it was just a spiral effect. Because this happened, then it triggered this, and this, and this. So many triggers throughout that. And then also with that, when people lose it all and they come into a homeless situation, the kids get uprooted.
And traumatized in the process.
Yes. And I updated some of my facts here, but I'm actually, because of everything that happened with the kids, I am a McKinney-Vento liaison to try to help people, because we didn't have resources.
Yep.
And people were saying, hey, call this person, hey, call that person. Well, I was technically working 40 hours a week trying to call all these people and make things happen and get
80
signed
hours
up.
a week.
Yeah, and at the end of the week, you really don't have anything to show for it. And so some people are like, oh, they're just lazy, they're not doing this.
Yeah.
Well, along with trying to run a household and
Care for your
help
husband.
maintain, get him medical treatment and to get him mended, it's just a lot. And so that's why I always say it's negative stereotyping.
Amen.
Is because a lot of people think, oh, people are just homeless, they need to go out and get a job. Well, people
Hello.
flat out told me, you need to go get a job. Well, he can't take care of the kids because he's down, he's bedridden, and the doctor said it could be up to 24 months. Excuse me, 24 months is a long time. That's a long time. And I said to one woman, who's gonna hire me? I'm 6 months pregnant. I can have letters of recommendation and everything, but is that really gonna get us anywhere? And then after I delivered, oh, by the way, it's twins, surprise, and then we had the ultrasound, so I'm like, okay. He's like,
God
what are we
has
gonna?
quite a sense of humor. That's when you know God is a man.
So I know when I was in the hospital, we found out, I'm like, You know, I always wanted twins. I just never knew that God would say, it's gonna be right now. So, and he was like, well, what are we gonna do? And just, I think it was hormones in me. I looked at him and said, they're not keeping one inside of me. Both of these are coming out. You know? And he was like, I said, we'll deal with it. So with that whole journey, I mean, it was just a lot. And even going into the shelter and then transitioning out, well, because we were blessed that he was able to get back to work and make a decent salary. The day that we moved out into the house, they pulled food stamps, everything. So it's not even a transitional. We went from resources and assistance to nothing the same day. I mean, absolutely. They're just like, here you go. And that was something, he was like, what are we going to do? I'm like, I'll coupon, we'll just have to make it. Because he's like, we have a rent payment. We have all the utilities. You know, and I told him, you got to hold your head up high. It's not going to be easy, but it hasn't been easy.